when we're talking soft goods testing and just getting better at golf, we have been discussing a new topic, and that is CBDs. And for those that aren't familiar with CBD and what it is, you've probably seen Phil Mickelson, using something like this in the tournament.
There it is on the course, Masters.
With gum, right?
Yeah, no, that's a dropper. That's a tincture.
Yeah, down that hatch.
They got everything, man. They got lotion. They got some CBD lotion.
So for those of you out there that have, obviously marijuana has gotten a bad rap. This isn't marijuana. It's an ingredient from it. There is no psychoactive ingredient in CBD really, or less psychoactive. You don't get high. There's been not enough testing yet, but for the last 3 weeks, I've been testing it myself just to see what happens, and I've had positive results myself.
Man, they were all over the PGA show.
Yeah,
a lot of companies.
Is it FDA approved?
So it's not governed by the FDA yet.
Okay.
So which is why you see a little bit of the wild west going on with it right now.
That, yeah.
It's gaining popularity, and I wanted to start testing it myself just to see what it was all about, and which is funny because I got the package in, and my mom happened to be walking by when I opened the package. She was like, "Oh, I got CBD too." And I was like, there you go.
Late to the game.
I'm late to this game. So anyway, I went to a dispensary and got what you can see on the table, which is a bunch of different forms of CBD in lozengers, gummies, lotion, tinctures, which is droppers. I don't know what everyone thinks out there. Tony, what do you think about CBD testing?
No opinion.
Zero opinion?
You found the one thing I have no opinion on.
It could help with the Lyme.
Yeah, I've got stuff for it, but if we could expedite the recovery process, right?
You wouldn't complain about that.
I mean, I think a lot of people suffer from chronic pain, and this is something that they've seen in testing that that seems to really alleviate a lot of pain.
Well, I've struggled with chronic pain for going on 15 plus years, right? I've tried anything and everything you can imagine, gone to every doctor you can think of. And, for something like this, like I said, I take the drops, and it's probably a 25 to 35% reduction, but that's more than anything else I've ever taken.
Yeah.
Do we know how long it takes to get into your system and how it gets into your system?
So it all depends, which is all great for buyer's guide.
Smoking it would be like instantaneous.
It's interesting that I learned that you have to, so THC and CBD goes through the salivary glands. So that's why you see the different forms. I never understood. Why would you make gummies, droppers, a joint, lozengers, right? So the gummies take about 2 hours. The lozengers, 15 to 45 minutes, I think. Joint is even faster. The drops are pretty quick.
Right.
Then there's even lotion, like for your hands or joints or anything like that.
So isn't the lotion for like it would help with inflammation and eczema? I've seen and read.
Yep. So some people have seen positive benefits that have eczema and things like that, skin conditions.
Because I know people that have a shaky hand, and because it's in your brain, and it's one of those ones where you can't stop. You don't know you're doing it.
There's been some tests on seizures and epilepsy with CBD and THC, and there's been some efficacy. I mean, there's been some benefit, at least in the studies that they've done.
Because I guarantee they would do anything to stop doing it for a certain amount of time because it gets that annoying.
I would be interested to see the kind of effect it has on, like, for instance, when I go to play a tournament competition, for a golf tournament, I'll go out and first tee, my heart is pounding. It doesn't matter if it's the club championship at my local club or a USAM qualifier or State Am qualifier. I am on the fritz the first couple of holes.
Yeah, I think it.
Should I take some of these tomorrow?
I've seen some benefits. I mean, you can try them. That's why we got them out here, to first expose people to what we're talking about and to see if there was an interest in doing a buyer's guide, because there is some things you need to know, I think, if you're going to actually go out and start doing it.
Yeah.
You don't want to be just dropping stuff in your mouth without knowing what you're doing.
Right.
So if you guys and girls out there would be interested in us doing a CBD buyer's guide, let us know. And if there's enough people, we'll definitively do it for you.